has had a riding accident. Fingal ran to the phone, bolting the black pudding as he did. Young ones being born, middle-aged ones falling off their bloody horses. The daily round of the country GP, a job he'd loved for more than 20 years. And he was duty-bound to answer this call, even if it was his weekend off. He grabbed the receiver. "John, what's up?" He listened as John Macmillan, Marquis of Ballybucklebo, explained how his sister had been thrown when her gelding, Bramble, balked at a jump. "You reckon her leg's bust? I see. Is she conscious?" "Good. No trouble breathing?" "Good, John. Don't try to move her. Keep her warm. Don't give her anything to eat or drink, and I'll be right out." He slammed the receiver into its cradle. "Kenky, get an ambulance out to Ballybucklebo House." He stuck his head into the dining room. "Kitty, the Marquis's sister has been hurt. I'm heading straight out there. Shouldn't be too long." "I'm coming." Kitty started to rise. "Finish your breakfast." There was no time to waste on politeness or explanations. He had to get out there now, and even if she was a nurse, there was nothing Kitty could do. As he crossed the hall, O'Reilly's stomach grumbled. Couldn't be helped, but Lord, that soupçon of black pudding had been delicious. He grabbed his bag from the surgery and charged down the hall. Lady Macbeth, his white-capped, leapt for the stairs, scrabbled between the bars of the banister, arched her back, fluffed her tail, and spat. He raced through the back garden yelling, "Stay, Arthur!" when the big black Labrador stuck his muzzle out of his kennel. In moments, O'Reilly was in the long-nosed Rover, roaring along the main Belfast to Bangor road. He barely noticed a cyclist taking refuge in the ditch. Up the gravelled drive, past the oddly shaped topiary in front of Ballybucklebo House, round its Virginia creeper-covered gable end. The gate was open to an adjoining paddock, where he saw a saddled bay horse, reins dangling, cropping the grass. Two men squatted beside a figure lying near a 2-bar jump. The old Rover jounced across the field, shuddered to a halt, and O'Reilly, bag in hand, dismounted close to the Marquis and his butler/valet, Thompson. Both were coatless, their jackets covering the prone Myrna, even though the sun was splitting the heavens. Fingal felt its early morning heat, and heard the burbling of wood pigeons from a nearby coppice, and the cack-cack-cack of a cock pheasant. "Fingal," John O'Neill said, "thank you so much for coming so quickly. Thompson and I have done as you told us." "Good." He knelt. "Myrna, please don't turn your head. But can you hear me?" Until he was satisfied that she hadn't hurt her spine, it was critical that Myrna not move. "I can hear you perfectly clearly, Fingal. Thank you." "Where are you sore?" "I'm sure I'll have a bruise like a soup plate on my backside, but it's my right thigh. I distinctly heard the bone snap. It's aching now to beat Banagher, and I can feel the muscles all knotted up." He was impressed by how calm she sounded, describing what was almost certainly the muscle spasms associated with fractures of the femoral shaft. "And no, I didn't land on my head." He noticed that her John Bull top hat was still firmly in place. "I was getting ready for next week's gymkhana. Bloody horse has never refused before, and I should be putting him at the jump again, but clearly I'm not fit to do that." "Lie still, Myrna," O'Reilly said. "I wonder, Thompson, if you'd be good enough to catch Bramble," said the Marquis. "Take him back to the stables." He spoke to his sister. "I don't want you fretting about your horse. Don't worry, Myrna. I'll get him over that damned jump once I know you're settled." "Thank you, John." O'Reilly ran through the routine assessment of a patient who had fallen. When he examined her lower limbs, he had already satisfied himself that she had suffered no head or spinal cord injury, at least as far down as the first lumbar vertebra. And if she was feeling pain in her thigh and could sense the